رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. وبعد. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, it is very close, alhamdulillah, to Ramadan. One of the blessings of Allah, one of the gifts of Allah, Allah Azza wa Jal gives to His servants nowadays, which is the month of Ramadan. And this is a great chance to change. You know, the change is what is the most important thing needed nowadays. You know, the change in habits. I have bad habits, so I need to stop them. I need to change in these habits. You know, hanging out and wasting time, doing wrong things, doing evil things, speaking in an evil way. So that must change, you know. Habits regarding the acts of worship, you know. So the person, I become lazy regarding Salat al-Fajr. I become lazy regarding Salat al-Isha. I become lazy regarding the Sunan, the confirmed Sunan, the voluntary prayer that Prophet ﷺ used to do, regarding as-sadaqat, the charity, regarding Silat al-Rahim, ties of kinship. So many things in ibadat I need to change, and I need to stop the old habits and change it also. So things needs to change in myself. Things need to change in the relationship. All of these things must change, and Ramadan is the best chance to change. And this is for some reasons. Ramadan is the best chance to change for you and for me and for everyone, for some reasons. The first reason, that it gives you the time that you need. 30 days, my dear brothers and sisters. So 30 days are enough to change. You know, the scholars said from 10 to 20 days you can change a lot of things. If you have a bad habit and you change it for about 20 days, as you know, studies and research say, that you can change that if you continue doing it, if you continue doing the right thing, you know, as long as you insist to change and you're patient in this regard. So Allah gives you 30 days. Some people, they smoke and they addicted to this. In 30 days you're not smoking, you're gonna stop it, you know. Some people they do wrong things like gossiping, backbiting, whatever, and they need to change. 30 days he's not doing something like this, and before the 30 days he's making the decision that I will change and I'll be patient in this regard. So I can change in Ramadan. Ramadan is the greatest chance to change, because it gives me the enough time that I need. And Allah Azza wa Jal, He created us and He knows what can fix us and what is evil for us. And that's why كل أوامره سبحانه وتعالى لا يأمر إلا بالجميل وما حرم ربنا سبحانه وتعالى إلا القبيح. All what He ordered us to do is the beautiful things, and He forbid us to do the wrong things. He ordered us to stay away from the haram, the wrong things that destroy our lives. So this is the first reason why Ramadan is the most important chance to change. The second reason, that it's the support from people around you. When you come to evil, you know, and الشياطين مسلسلة. مردة الشياطين ومردة الجن, the most evil ones are in chains. And the evil is little during this month. And people around you, they support you. How is that? You come to someone and you wanted to make something wrong, and he says, Allahumma inni sa'im. Then you say, Allahumma inni sa'im. That's it. You're not going to argue. You know, you go home, you're not going to find, you know, people are waiting for fight, waiting for argumentations or dispute. Why? Because the environment of Ramadan is spread everywhere. You find it in yourself, you find it with brothers, with sisters, you know, with all Muslims. You find this environment that helps you to change. So that's why it's a great opportunity to change. The third thing, the third reason why it is important that change in Ramadan is holistic. It includes all walks of life, all aspects of life. The change, it includes the habits, acts of worship, beliefs, and the relationship. Beliefs, I mean, you're not going to change your belief, but sometimes we believe in wrong things. So I'm going to stay away from it. The habits, I'm going to get rid of the old habits or the bad habits that I used to have in my personality. I will get rid of these, I'll be a new man, a new person while having this month. As I said, it includes all aspects of life. Ramadan affects your life, affects the economic situation. Politically, you're going to change. Socially, you're going to change. Everything will change because it includes all aspects of life. These are three reasons. Ramadan gives you the enough time. Ramadan gives you the support from people around you, the support that you need. Ramadan change, the Ramadan change is holistic. It includes all aspects of life. And now we come to the point how to embrace change in Ramadan, how to achieve that change. In some points, we need to keep in mind. The first point, that change starts from within, from you, from me, at the beginning. I will not expect the change of the world, that world and people change, around me, that I deal with them, and myself, I do not change. That's why when Allah talked about the process of changing in the Quran, He said what? إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. I expect from my brother to be, mindful, respectful, nice. I need to be nice as well. I need to be respectful as well. I expect from my son, from my kid, to be religious, praying on time, respecting his parents, respecting his relatives, Muslims and non-Muslims. I need to do so. I need to start first. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. That's the original and the main rule in the process of change. That Allah will not change the condition of any person unless He changes what he has first, his condition first. He needs to start it first. Point number 2, that Allah gave us the choice. So we have to be smart and intelligent when it comes to the process of changing. Allah Azza wa Jal guides the people who want to change and they take a step for change, that when they come to Him, He helps them. He said, وَقُلِ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَ اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ. So just you need to work, you need to choose the right thing, and Allah Azza wa Jal sees whatever you do, and you're not going to lose it. You're not going to lose al-ajr. And He said, لِمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَن يَتَقَدَّمَ أَوْ يَتَأَخَّرَ. I have the choice. So whoever wills to go proceed and to take a further step to the front, he can do so. Or the one who wants to stay behind, he can do so as well. But he will regret. So we have the choice. Allah gave us the choice. So we have to be smart. We have to be intelligent to choose the right thing in order to be able to change. Point number 3, that we have to set a clear plan. عمل خطة محكمة في التغيير. ماذا تريد أن تغير في شخصيتك، في عاداتك، في عباداتك، في حياتك، في أيامك؟ ماذا تريد أن تغير بالضبط? What do you exactly need to change? Old habits, bad habits. So for me, for example, I lose my temper quickly, so I have to get rid of this. I have to be able to spread peace instead of spread evil. I used to do wrong things regarding my family, with my kids, my relatives. I need to stop that as well. So you set a plan, because this plan will help you to achieve your goal, and you define exactly what you need to change. So that will help you, inshallah. You make a list, before Ramadan, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 habits. I need to change them. I will work hardly on them so that I get my goal, inshallah, in the process of the change. Number 4, the strive. The change doesn't come easy. And some habits take long time to be changed. And long effort. عملية ليست سهلة بالمرة. طول وقت، طول عمر، تحتاج صبر، تحتاج إلى مجاهدة. ولذلك قال ربنا في كتابه: والذين جاهدوا فينا لنهدينهم سبلنا وإن الله مع المحسنين. Those who strive for our sake, the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. What's going to happen to them as long as they strive and they struggle for the sake of Allah? He said they will be guided to our way. They will get the right choice because they struggle. They strive to be in the right way. And they never give up when they when they are tested and they have some problems, pandemic things, some issues in their lives. They never give up, They continue, they struggle, they strive. ونبينا عليه الصلاة والسلام لنا فيه الأسوة الحسنة عليه الصلاة والسلام. We have the best role model ever, Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. 13 years calling people to aqidah, beliefs, to believe in Allah Azza wa Jal. Then another 10 years he's calling people, 23 years Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, he's calling them to Islam, and it takes long time. The process of change, long time. The non-believers of Mecca who believed in the 8th year after Hijrah, it took long time. It took 21 years. 21 years to become Muslims. And one of the brothers, we announced his Islam. He announced his Islam here Saturday, if I remember, or Sunday, that he came and he said, I asked them, for how long you have been reading about Islam and know about Islam? How did you know about Islam? He said, my brother, and he stayed with me for 16 years. 16 years, since I was 9 years old, he's telling me about Islam. Subhanallah. And he's one of the brothers, not from father and mother, brother, and indirect brother like me and you, And he stayed with him 16 years, telling him about Islam, and he did not give up. And the brother, after 16 years, he became Muslim. بعد 16 سنة صار هذا الأخ مسلما بسبب إيه؟ بسبب إصرار أخيه، بسبب مجاهدة أخيه, just because of the strive of his brother that he continued telling him about the religion. One of the points that we need to be aware of, that do not miss out on forgiveness. لا تضيع الفرصة وهي فرصة المغفرة. النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام قال: رغم أنفه من سمع اسمي ولم يصلي عليه. رغم أنفه من أدركه رمضان ثم انسلخ رمضان ولم يغفر له. رغم أنفه من أدرك والديه أو أحدهما عند الكبر ولم يدخل بهما الجنة. فلم يدخلاه الجنة. The Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام says, he may be disgraced, the person who hears my name and my name is mentioned in his presence and he doesn't make salah and salam on me. He doesn't send the peace and blessings of Allah upon Prophet Muhammad and so many. Subhanallah, that's a great thing. One of the great ibadat is that you send the peace and blessings of Allah upon Prophet Muhammad. Whenever you hear his name or you remember him or you read something about him, you say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, and so on and so forth. So that person who does not do so, he's gonna be disgraced, And the other one who will be disgraced as well, who will get the chance to be in Ramadan, lives in Ramadan, prays in Ramadan, fasts in Ramadan, but he loses the chance of forgiveness. That person will be disgraced because Allah gave you everything. Shayateen are chained, everything in peace, environment is beautiful, the chances of the masajid, qira'at al-Quran, of rahamat, the mercy of Allah, forgiveness, Laylat al-Qadr. So what else we need? Just to do it, we need to do the right thing. And the last one who will be disgraced, who will see his parents in an old age and he doesn't make use of this chance and consider it as a tool to go to Jannah, and he loses them as ungrateful to them, so he loses the forgiveness, he loses being in Jannah because he wasn't trying to be grateful to his parents and he lost them and he's blaming himself right now, but they died. So Prophet ﷺ is blaming the person who's wasting or losing the chances that Allah Azza wa Jalla gives to him. The mindset for a meaningful Ramadan. How do we achieve a meaningful Ramadan, a beautiful Ramadan, a fruitful Ramadan? Ramadan muthmir عليك بالرحمات والمغفرة كيف نحقق ذلك. So we need to approach it as if it's the first Ramadan in my life or in our lives. So you consider Ramadan هذا أول رمضان في حياتك. You imagine that a guest that you love him, you look for meeting with him for a long time, and a lot of people, they talk about that man or that guest or that sister in the best way. He's so generous when he comes, and when it comes, you know, or when that guest comes to you, you find all people are so happy and everything. So you're looking for meeting with that guest. So Ramadan is a great guest. Imagine that you're gonna meet with Ramadan for the first time in your life. How are you gonna meet with Ramadan? So that feeling must be in your heart. And the other thing, when it comes to Ramadan, and now you're inside Ramadan and you're starting Ramadan, consider Ramadan that it's the last Ramadan in your life. So I don't know that Ramadan is coming again or not, or I will live for a second Ramadan or more Ramadan or not. I don't know. So as long as it could be the last Ramadan in my life, so I do my best to make use of this Ramadan. Every single moment in Ramadan, I make use of it in order to get the forgiveness of Allah, al-'itq min al-niran and everything. I strive, I compete with myself, with everything, just to get what Allah Azza wa Jal promised me. So Ramadan is the first Ramadan in my life, and it is the first time I meet with Ramadan, and it's the last Ramadan in my life. With this approach and methodology, you can achieve great success because of the love that you will give to Ramadan and the struggle and the strive for making great effort in Ramadan. One of the points that start with the small things. Do not make it hard for yourself. If you say, I will read the whole Quran in 1 day or 2 days, that could be impossible. And you start very hard or very strong at the very beginning of Ramadan, then you give up. No, you need to take it step by step from now. We have just 1 week or 10 days or something, you know. So we need, in these days, we need to think about what we need exactly, and you start it from now. You know, get used to Qiyam al-Layl from now. Get used to be with Quran, to be the Quran, to make it your companion. In the company, live with the Quran, in the company of the Quran, you know, in the company of the charity, and start it with small things. So when it comes to Ramadan, you're ready for the big things. But if you start at Ramadan, and it is your start, and you start with major things, with big things, it might be, you know, hard for you to continue that way. So we need to start with the small things so that we can come to the major things or the big things. You need to prioritize the most important things that you need to change. لابد يكون في فقه في الأولويات في مسألة التغيير والأعمال كذلك. الأولويات, you prioritize everything you do. Fard or nafl, you start with al-fard first. I cannot make a nafl before al-fard. So I start with the obligations that Allah Azza wa Jal prescribed upon me first. And I start with the main problems I have in my life that could lead me to kufr or wal-'iyadhu billah, so I stay away from. I start with the major problems I have with the family. So I prioritize what I face in my life, in my plans and everything in order to change it. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't look at people and say, I want to be like that man who's reading so and so pages of the Quran. I want to be like that sheikh or that imam who's reading so and so in Taraweeh. I want to be that man who's making so and so in sadaqah. Yeah, you can look at them to be motivated. وهذا معنى قول ربنا وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون ومعنى قول ربنا فاستبقوا الخيرات. You compete in doing the good things, but you're not going to look at someone to make you frustrated, because when you see and you compare between yourself and someone else, another person, you could be frustrated because of what he's doing and so on. And that's من مداخل الشيطان. يعني من مداخل الشيطان, one of the gates of shaitan that I compare myself with others. No, you know yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself, so you do whatever suitable for yourself, not suitable for others. What's suitable for you could not be the suitable thing for me. Okay? So be yourself and compete with yourself in doing the good things. Value your time. رمضان كل دقيقة فيه رحمات ومغفرة. فاستغل الأوقات في رمضان حتى تحقق هدفك وهو المغفرة والعتق من النيران. So value your time and make up your mind. Do not waste your time in talking. Do not waste your time in sitting with people in meetings, in vacations, or to be invited by this brother, and you invite that brother, invite this family. And when it comes to Ramadan, I believe that I'm not going to be invited anywhere. Why? Because I don't have enough time. I have a lot of things. Yeah, social things are recommended. You can do it in different manners. To be invited one day, that would be okay. But to be invited all days, many days of the week, and I'm not praying Taraweeh just because of the invitation, it's so far from the masjid. We're going to pray Taraweeh together. And you pray Taraweeh, sometimes they pray, they do not pray it. And then they wake up for a long time, very late, and it becomes hard for them to wake up for Sahur or to wake up for Fajr. They miss Fajr in Ramadan. No, this is not going to happen. So you have to value your time. Time is gold. Time is money. So you have to look at it. Time is everything. SubhanAllah, and one of the four things Allah will ask us, وَعَنْ عُمُرِهِ فِيمَا إِيه أَفْنَاهِ. Allah will ask us about our age. How did you spend it? Did you spend it in ta'ah, in ibadah? Did you spend it in ta'ah and ibadah or not? Okay, so this is something very important. And we have to, and the last thing, we have to create a supportive environment. A supportive environment, people who will support me, my friends, my companions who will be with me in Ramadan. Am I going to be with people who will, call me, where are you? We need to have a game, we need to have a match, we need to do this or that, and they make you lose your time and lose your goals that you need to achieve in Ramadan. So you have to create a supportive environment of people, of friends, of brothers that can bring you to the masjid, that can call you and blame, how did you do with Quran today? How did you do with sadaqah today? We have a program. Let's sit together and do this and that and so on. And you have some points you want to achieve together when you sit together. But the other meetings or the other environments that mislead people, this is not going to work in Ramadan. So we need to create this environment to be able to change the old habits or the bad habits that we want to change and to achieve our goals in Ramadan. These are some points regarding the process of the change that we need to achieve while Ramadan. As I said at the beginning, Ramadan is the best chance for anyone to change. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يثبتنا على دينه. اللهم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك ويا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. اللهم بلغنا رمضان. اللهم أعنا على الصيام والقيام وصالح الأعمال. اللهم اجعل أعمالنا كلها صالحة واجعلها لوجهك خالصة ولا تجعل لأحد غيرك فيها شيئا. اللهم اكفنا شر كل ذي شر أنت آخذ بناصيته. اللهم تب علينا توبة ترضيك عنا. اللهم إنا نسألك صدق التوكل عليك وحسن الظن بك. اللهم إنا نسألك صدق التوكل عليك وحسن الظن بك. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا وإذا أردت فتنة في قوم فتوفنا غير مفتونين. اللهم هيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. اللهم هيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم أنجي إخواننا المستضعفين في فلسطين. اللهم أنجي إخواننا المستضعفين في السودان وفي شتى بقاع الأرض يا منان وارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا وردنا إلى دينك مردا جميلا. وصل اللهم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين وجزاكم الله خيرا.
يا قوم إنما هذه الحياة الدنيا متاع وإن الآخرة هي دار